So we will start with the Mangala Charana. So the Mangala Charana says, Sukha Santana Siddhyartham Natva Brahmachyutarchitam Gauri Vinayakopetam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. अत्र ग्रन्थस्य अभिप्रायं प्रवर्तयितुं ग्रन्थकारः भगवन्तं शङ्करं प्रणम्य ग्रन्थारम्भं करोति. किं तात्पर्यं? What is happening? So so the Granthakara is introducing the Grantha, and that is why, and in for what purpose? So that the Grantha Tatparya is known to everybody, and for that the Grantha inherently has to be published or not published, or has to see the light of the day. So it is in this context that the Granthakara is praying to Shankara, and we move to the sixth verse. We have seen six verses up to, as I feel, five verses up to now. So sixth verse, and this is a more philosophical verse, and we still need to look at that and talk a bit about it. So it says, म्यरस्तजभप नगैर्लानन्तैरेभिः दशभिः अक्षरैः. So he's adding some terms over here. Mya, Rah, Taja, Bha, Na, Gaihi, Lantaihi, Ebhihi, Dashabhihi, Aksharaihi, Samastam, Vangmayam Vyaptam, Trailokyam Iva Vishnuna. So, what is he trying to do? He is giving a upama. So, there is this thing in Sanskrit. I'm pretty sure a similar parallel would exist in the Bengali language as well, or it certainly does exist in Hindi, for that matter. So, we have something called as an upama and a rupaka. So, what is an upama and what is a rupaka? So, upama has two things, an upama and an upaman and a upameya. These two entities in which it will draw and draw a comparison. A rupaka is that which is basically just uh, conveying the idea that both are the same inherently. So, if somebody says Shivaha Lokatrayam Vyapnoti Vishnuna iva. So, if you go by the philosophical import of it, you will just say that Shivaha or Shiva is also pervading all of the Triloka, like Vishnu. Shivaha Parameshwarah Vishnuhu api Vishnurapi Parameshwarah. Atra Rupaka Alankarah Prayujyate. Or what is happening here? Rupaka Alankara is coming. That is, you're basically conveying that both are inherently the same. But what is happening here? And the Alankara that is getting used here is, see, Vishnuna Trailokyam Iva. What is Vishnu na? Vishnu is a Ukaranta Punlinga Shabda. So basically, it is like Guruhu, Guru, Guravaha, like that. This is the Prathama Vibhakti, and then in the Tritiya Vibhakti, it comes as Guruna, Gurubhyam, Gurubhihi. What is Tritiya Vibhakti? Tritiya Vibhakti in Sanskrit is Sadhakatamam Karanam. So we have these Karakas, right? The Karakas, the agents of some action. It could be the locus of an action, it could be the actual doer of the action, it could be the targeted object of the action, it could be the instrument of the action. So Maharshi Panini says Sadhakatamam Karanam. That is that which is the immediate cause of any action or the instrument of any action is called as the Karanakaraka. So I say Ramah Kalamena Likhati. Rama is writing with the kalam, with the pen. In the same way, Vishnuna Trailokyam Vyapyam. So, through Vishnu, the Trilokas have been pervaded. But, so the Alankara that is used here is not a Rupaka Alankara, because the things that this Granthakara is talking about are basically the Ganas. We will see what the Ganas mean. We will see what the Ganas mean, but for the time being, just take Ganas as some combinations of letters. We will look at what these combinations are in some time, but just keep this in mind that these are some combinations of letters which are Laghu and Guru. Laghu and Guru. So what is happening? Laghu and Guru are aksharas. So Laghu are the Hrasva aksharas, Guru are the Dirgha aksharas. So A, E, U, all of these are the Guru aksharas, and Laghu aksharas are A, E, U, and so on. So there are other Guru aksharas also, by the way. We will come to that. But for the time being, as I said, just take it as different combinations of uh, Laghu and Guru aksharas. So what is being said? That all Vangmayam, Samastam Vangmayam Vyaptam. By what? By these ganas. These ganas. What are the ganas? Ma, Ya, Ra, Sa, Ta, Ja, Bha, Na, Ga, La. The eight ganas, and these eight ganas are what? Basically some combinations of laghus and gurus. So all of this Vangmaya, all of this literature that you have is pervaded by these ganas. What is the meaning of that? Why is he saying that all of this literature is pervaded by these ganas? It is because whenever you talk about kavya, you have to conform to certain metrical norms. And if you conform to those metrical norms, you will end up probably conforming to certain patterns. That is, uh, there can be only a particular combination, only a ma, ya, ra, sa kind of combination, and so on and so forth. So those metrical combinations that will get created, that the first letter has to be Laghu, second has to be Guru, then Laghu again, and the next one has to be Laghu, Laghu, and then Guru. So all of these metrical considerations that will come into picture, and Sanskrit poetry by and large follows these conventions. Therefore, these ganas are naturally part of any poetic work, and hence we say that these ganas, and ganas also contain the Guru and the Laghu Aksharas, they are basically pervading the Sanskrit Sahitya, just like Vishnu pervades the Triloka. So this is the Upama Alankara. Because we know one thing very clearly. We know one thing very clearly, that uh, Vishnu and Aksharas are not the same. Vishnu and Aksharas are not the same. So basically, uh, there is no inherent equality between these two. So we say uh, Vishnuna iva, just like Vishnu. They are not Vishnu, but they pervade like Vishnu pervades Triloka. Now the next verse is Sarva Gurmo Mukhantarlau Yaravan Yaravantagalau Satau Gamadhyadyau Jabhau Trilo Noštau Bhavantyatra Ganastrikaha. So now all the ganas are getting uh, uh, all the ganas are getting defined.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Tika, the Chandrika Tika. So Chandrika Tikakara says Kramena Ashtau Ganan Lakshayati. In a certain sequence, all the ganas, their lakshans are being told. So what are the lakshanas? Atra asmin chandas shastre ashtau trikaha, eight triads. Trika is, by the way, triad. In fact, when we say Trika Darshanam, so we say Kashmir Shaiva Darshanam as Trika Darshanam. So we say that it is a triad. So that is by the name Trika. So Ashtau Trikaha Tri Avayavaha Ganaha Bhavanti. What is happening now? These ganas are triads. So they contain three components, three letters. And these three letters could be Laghu, Guru in some permutation combination. Now, Trayanam Varnanam Samuho Ganashabdena Vyapadishyate Asmin Chandas Shastre. So the Samuha, the collection of three Varnas, is called Vyapadishyate as Gana, with is described with the Gana Shabda, is called as Gana in this Asmin Chandas Shastre. त्रिका इति परिमाणे कन प्रत्ययो बोधव्यः. So kan is a suffix. Three, we know three is three, and we are saying use the the kan pratyaya. So what is kan pratyaya? Kan pratyaya is used uh, for indicating a number. So trikaha, so three, and use the kan, it becomes trikan, it becomes trika, and in that trika you have the bahuvachana of it, that is trikaha. Iti parimane kan pratyayo bodhavyah. Te cha yatha sarvaguhu sarve gavah guravo yatra iti sarvaguhu magano bhavati. So example is being given. Techa yatha. So now an elucidation is happening, that okay, this you are saying that the shloka, this shloka number 7, is giving the lakshanas of the ganas. But how do these lakshanas work? Or what are these lakshanas? So the lakshanas have been embedded here. Sarva, so sarva gur moh, sarva gur moh. What is this sarva gur moh? Gu is basically नामैकदेशे नाममात्रस्य ग्रहणम् इति न्यायात् गुपदेन गुरुरुच्यते ल शब्देन च लघुः. Here you have to understand that gu shabda is getting is indicating the guru, and la is indicating laghu. That is what this sentence says. Now, sarvaguhu sarve gavaha guravo yatra iti sarvaguhu magano bhavati. This is the line. What does this mean? Sarve gavaha guravo yatra. All the aksharas are guru aksharas. If that is the gana, so by the way, let me just write it here. So, guru aksharas are indicated by this sign. Laghu is indicated by this. So if you have a magana, and we are saying sarve gavaha guravo yatra iti sarvaguhu magano bhavati. So all the three will be gurus. S, 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 whatever you want to write. This is magana. This is magana. In the same way, नामैकदेशे नाममात्रस्य ग्रहणम् इति न्यायात् भूपदेन गुरुरुच्यते लशब्देन च लघुः. यत्र, now another one is coming. यत्र त्रयोपि वर्णाः गुरवः असौ magana. So the same thing, yeah, all three are guru, that is magana. Now another one is coming. मुखान्तर्लौ मुखे आदौ अन्तः मध्ये च लः लघुः ययोः तौ यरौ भवतः यगण रगण नाम्ना कथ्यते. मुखान्तर्लौ मुखे आदौ अन्तः मध्ये च लः लघुः ययोः तौ ययो भव. So now two more ganas are being talked about. And what is the mool shabda here? Mukhantarlau. So Mukhantarlau. So what is this Mukhantarlau? This is what we want to see. Now Mukhantarlau mukhe adau antah madhye cha. So what is the mukha? Mukha means the first letter. Mukha, because mukha is what? Mukha is basically uh, what do we call it? Mukha is basically the first. So there are three letters, right? Let me just do it here. So there are three spots. In these three spots, this is Madhya. This is Madhya. Madhya. And this part is called as Mukha. The first one, the face. Mukha. So, yeah. मुखांतर लौ मुखे आदौ अंतः मध्ये च लह लघु. So yagana and ragana we are talking about. So yagana is that whose mukhe there is a laghu. And
Okay.
the other one that is there is Madhye cha Laha, one which has la, a laghu akshara in between. That is called
Mhm.
as ragana. So the way we write it is this. Uh, this is so sorry. This is not. This is wrong. Let me do it this way. This is guru, laghu, guru. In the same way, this is for ragana. For
Hmm.
magana, sorry, for yagana, this is laghu,
Hmm.
adau or mukhe,
Hmm.
and so laghu, guru, guru. So we will see what laghu, guru, and other things mean gradually. Now, ant अंतगर अंतगरलौ अन्ते अंतर्गलौ अन्ते गलौ गुरु लघु ययोः तौ सतौ क्रमेण सगण तगण सगण तगणौ अभिधीयते. सो अंतर्गलौ अन्ते गलौ गुरु लघु. So that which have guru and laghu at their end, they are known as sagana tagana. So this is one more thing. So Sagana has Ante what? It has got Ante Guru. Sagana has Ante Guru. So no Guru before, just only in the end. So we can write it as Laghu, Laghu, Guru. This is Sagana. And same, this is Sagana. This is Sa. In the same way, Tagana. What is Tagana? Taganau. Taganau is Laghu. Laghu Ante. So only in the end there is a lagu. So guru, guru, lagu. This is tagana. Done. Now ga guruhu madhye आद्यस्य ययोः तौ जभौ जगण भगणौ भवतः. So guru is only in between. So guru is between for jagana. So it will be laghu, guru, guru. This is jagana. And adyascha. Adyascha, that is in the beginning, Guru will come. That is Guru Laghu. Laghu. This is Bhagana. Trilaha. Trayo la laghavo yatra asau nagana. That which has la in both Mukha, Madhya and Anta. That is Nagana. Iti ete ashtau ganaha. All the 8 ganas. Thachoktam gananam lakshanam shrutabodhe. Shrutabodha is a text in which this lakshana is coming. It's a verse by which this lakshana is being given. So what is the lakshana? This is a shloka that if you can memorize this shloka, then you know the lakshanas of all these ganas basically. One way is to memorize the verse in Vritta Ratnakara itself. The other is to use this particular verse. So the verse is Adi Madhyavasaneshu Bhajasa Yanti Gauravam Yarata Laghavam Yanti Manautu Guru Laghavam. What is the verse? Adi Madhyavasaneshu. Adi, Madhya and Avasana. What is Adi? Adi is the first spot. Madhya is the second spot. Avasana is the third spot. Bhajasa yanti gauravam. Bhajasa get guru gauravam. So Bhagana will have a guru here and Laghu Laghu. Madhya Jagana will have Guru. Laghu, Guru, Guru. Sagana will sa yati gauravam kutra avasaneshu end may, and then you get Laghu, Laghu, Guru. In the same way, Yarata Laghavam Yanti. In the same way, Yara and Ta will get Laghava or Laghu in Adi, Madhya and uh, Adi, Madhya and in the end. So Yara and Tagana will get Laghu in Adi, Madhya and Avasana in the end. Manautu Guru Laghava. Now, what is Manautu? Manautu is basically Ma and Na ganas will have all gurus and all laghus respectively. That is Manautu Guru Laghavam. Uh, This is a way of just remembering this whole idea. In fact, let me just do this very interesting thing. So if you look at this line, I mean, this is not important from the perspective of Chanda Parichaya, but this is important from the perspective of when we look at Shabda as a conscious entity. So if we say that, I mean, there is this thing in Bengali, right? We say, Brahmando Chirona Jokhon Mundomala Kotha Peli. Now, what is
Hmm.
this Mundamala? This Mundamala that is being talked about, the poet is saying that when Srishti itself was not there, there was, where did Kali get this Mundamala? Now, this Mundamala, we take it as the Aksharamala, as Aksharamala. Now, we also say when we look at Tantra, when we look at Vyakarana, that Shabda is the cause of Srishti. Shabda is the cause of Srishti. So it and this leads to something known as Shabda Brahmavada. Shabda Brahmavada. Now in Shabda Brahmavada, we do talk about all of these aksharas having different, I mean, they are all conscious, by the way, number one, because they're coming from, all of these aksharas are coming from Omkar, coming from Parapranava Omkar. And from this Omkara, all these aksharas are coming. From aksharas, words are coming. From words, sentences are made, and so on and so forth. Now, Omkara in the Shabda Brahmavada tradition is considered as a conscious being. It is Atma itself. And in that sense, in that particular sense, therefore, anything that emanates from Omkara can also potentially have some consciousness. So all of these aksharas, these mundamalas, the mundas in the mundamala are all conscious entities. Which is why, if you look at this particular line that uh, the Granthakara has written, he's saying छंद शास्त्र में इन गणों के विषय में बहुत विचार किया गया है. इनके अलग अलग देवता भी हैं, इनके फल भी भिन्न भिन्न होते हैं, इनके स्वरूप भी अलग होते हैं. इस विषय का यत्किंचित ही वर्णन जिज्ञासुओं के लिए यहाँ किया गया है. So now we are not even looking at aksharas, we are looking at combinations of aksharas. We are saying that certain combinations of aksharas can be friends with another combination of aksharas. Magana and Nagana are Mitra, Bhagana and Yagana are Bhritya, Jagana Tagana are Udasina, and Ragana and Sagana are Shatrus. So in that sense, now there is this whole thing that Maganas Magana has a devata which leads to Lakshmi. Yagana's devata is Jala, which leads to Vriddhi, and so on. So all of this is being said But the idea is that, yeah, I mean, we can ignore this for the time being. It's not important to know these details for understanding what the chandas are. But yeah, it's good to know some of these parts. Now, what else is happening? Now, let me just shift to the other slide. Let me just quickly get on to presenting something else because this is important. Let me just 1 second. I will quickly move the thing. Yeah, yeah. I've done this now. So now we want to talk about chandas. I will just this is in my own handwriting, not very great, but yeah, it's trying to put some ideas together. So there are two kinds of chandas. One is vritta, other is jati. Vritta and jati. What is a vritta based or a vritta chanda or a Varanika chanda? Chandas, which will use this notion of magana, nagana, bhagana. So we will look at what the ganas are, and based on the ganas, we will count the varnas that are there, and based on that, we will allocate a particular chanda category. That is called as a Varanika Chanda. It will become more clear with example, but just mentioning these ideas verbally. The other is a Matrika Chanda. What is a Matrika Chanda? A Matrika Chanda is basically where you just look at the matras in each of the Gana, and based on the matra only you decide the chanda. We will see what that means, by the way. So it only will become more clear when we look at the next verse of Vritta Ratnakara. But this is the idea. Now, the other thing that I talked about was Vritta. So each verse is generally divided into four padas, four segments. If the sankhya of, or if the number of varnas in each pada, in each segment is the same, it is called as samavritta, samanavritta. Okay. In the same way, if the first and tritiya pada and the first and third pada and the second and the fourth pada have, so first and third should have same number of varnas, and second and fourth should have the same number of varnas. In that case, we call it as ardha samavritta because half of the padas follow a certain number of have a certain number of varnas, and half of the padas, so basically 2 and 4 and 1 and 3 basically, have another set of or another number of varnas, but it is same for at least those two. So half of them contain the same number of varnas and the other half contain the same number of varnas. Now that is ardha samavritta and vishamavritta. That is the varna sankhya is different in each of the padas. Like gatha, udgata, those chandas. We will see what that means. Uh, Now, what is laghu and what is guru? So I've written some things here. Laghu is a, e, u, r, lr, and dirgha swara is called guru. A, I, U, R, A, I, O, औ. Now, लघु स्वरस्य पश्चात् यदि अनुस्वारः विसर्गः संयुक्त व्यञ्जनः वा आगच्छति तर्हि सः लघु स्वरोऽपि गुरुवत् मन्यते. So, if after the laghu swara an anuswara comes, a visarga comes, or a samyukta vyanjana comes, in that case that laghu swara is also considered as guru. The other thing is पादस्य अन्तिमस्वरोऽपि Lagu Swarupi Guruvat Manyate. It is now, this is not a fixed thing, it is kind of a conditional. I mean, you can consider it to be as Lagu or you may not. So, in each pada, in each segment of the shloka, a particular, the last Lagu Swara can also be considered as Lagu. So, Lagu, I have said, Lagu is written as, uh, yeah, so this is one thing. Now, the other thing is in terms of the chandas. So Matrika Chanda I have taught. I've already talked about that. Matrika Chanda and the Varnika Chanda. Then there is this other thing that comes here. We can ignore this detail we will look at later in one of the prayogas. But what we can directly go to is this Magana, Yagana and all. We have already seen this. Then Matrika Ganas. There is one more thing that will keep coming now. The Matras are basically considered here. So what is a Matrika Gana? So you have a verse. In that particular verse, we will divide it into four padas. In the four padas, we will calculate the number of matras. So ideally, for example, I mean, if you and by the way, all of these combinations. So Guru, so Guru is considered to have two matras. So if there are two words like me, gi, for example, something like this, or Gita, for example, Gita. In Gita, there are four matras because gi has a dirghai and ta, ta has a dirgha a, become Gita. So in Gita, there is Guru. Guru gets two matras. Therefore, it becomes Gita itself, this two syllable words itself is considered to have four matras. Now, in the same way, you have the na gana. So, this is a very different way of doing it. So, na gana. This na gana, this ma gana is not the same as the one that we saw for the Varnika Chanda. But na is what? Na is uh, Shiva Hari. Shiva Hari, for example, if we say Dirghai Hras, sorry, as a Hrasvai, Va has an A, which is Hrasva A, Dirgha Hrasva A, and a Dirgha and a Hrasva E, Shiva Hari. Now, this will become a Nagana, and so on. So, this is the basic idea, and then we can again switch to the verse, but probably we can take the verse example from the next class. So that would be good enough. So we can stop here because we just need to look at some examples now to understand and appreciate how you look at the Matrika Gana. So we need to look at something known as the Arya Chanda. The Arya Chanda will now come. Let me just show you what exactly is happening and then we can move on to uh, this thing. A better elucidation of the idea. Let me just quickly walk you through. Uh, Present something else. Then we go through Windows and then, yeah. Okay. So, hmm. Now, ज्ञेयाः सर्वान्तमध्यादिगुरवोऽत्र चतुष्कलाः गणाश्च गणाः चतुर्लघुपेताः पञ्चार्यादिषु संस्थिताः. So now Arya, Arya Chanda is being talked about. What is this Arya Chanda? There is one Lakshana that we can give to this Arya Chanda. So actually, this is not even talking about the Arya Chanda. So what can we do? I mean, this is not exactly a direct reference to Arya Chanda itself, but let me just give you an example of how this Arya Chanda works, and then we can probably appreciate that idea in this verse. So, yasyaha, I'm not writing this, but just keep note of this verse. Yasyaha prathame pade द्वादश मात्रास्तथा तृतीयेऽपि अष्टादश द्वितीये चतुर्थके पंचदश सा आर्या. So, first pada should have 12 matras, second pada should have 18 matras, third pada should have 12, and fourth pada should have 15 matras. That is the thing. Now, so let me just write a particular verse here for you. Then you will be able to appreciate this. Just give me a second. I'm just writing a verse from Abhigyana Shakuntalam. Apari to shad, aparitoshad. This is Mudhanyasha. Aparitoshad. Vidusham. This is the first. So the verse goes like this. Aparitoshad vidusham na sadhu manye prayoga vikyanam balavadapi shikshitanam atmanya pratyayam chetah. This is the verse. Now aparitoshad. I will just go and look at this particular thing. Aparitoshad vidusham. So we said that the first charana, the first pada of this particular verse is aparitoshad vidusham. Now that according to the Lakshana of Arya Chanda, I said yasyaha prathame pade dvadasha matraha. So A is 2, Pa is 1, 2, To Okara is 2, this is 2, and so 2, 1, 1. By the way, this does not contain uh, a vowel basically. So we don't have a matra for this per se, but 2, 1, 1, or rather what? 2, 1, 1. Need to put that also. Wait, this is 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Sorry, not this is 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. It's apari. This is 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, because these are all dirghas. So 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. This is what? 6, 8. 8 is done. Vidusham. Vidusham is what? It is 1, 2. Sorry. This is 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 4. 8 plus 4, 12. Done. And then in the same way, we can do it for the other part. I will show that in the next class when I have a better prepared material to show this. But this is how you do it for calculating the matras in a matrika chanda. You are looking at matras and not the magana, bhagana, and other things. But you
Hmm.
look at the matras. Now, what is the meaning, by the way? Uh, in a matrika chanda, ज्ञेयाः सर्वान्तमध्यादिगुरवोऽत्र चतुष्कलाः गणाश्चतुर्लघूपेताः पञ्चार्यादिषु संस्थिताः. What is happening? So, chatushkalaha. Each, so in this, a gana. So one was the Varnika Chanda Gana. There we had combinations of three, right? Now we have combinations of four matras. So one of them is Sarvanta Madhyadi Guravotra. So one is where in all Sarva there will be gurus. So we know that Guru is given two matras and Laghu is given one matra. And we are saying four matras make a Gana. So if you have two Gurus, then that automatically makes four matras, right? So first such Gana is called as Sarva Guru and is written as this 2 plus 2, 4. First matra done. Madhyadi Guravo. Sarva Anta Madhyadi Guravo. So Sarva is done. Then Madhya Anta mein Guru. That is this one. You should have a Guru in the end. This is already two, but it is Guru only in the end. I need four matras. This is Laghu, Laghu, Guru, Anta Guru. This one. Now, Adi Guravo. Sorry, Sarva is done, Anta is done, Madhya. Madhya is Madhya mein Guru. So two, Laghu is one. This is one. So one plus two plus one. And then Guravotra. Sorry, Adi Guravu. So this is what? This is Adi is Guru, Laghu, Laghu, 2, 1, 1, 4. गणाश्चतुर् लघूपेताः पंचार्यादिषु संस्थिताः. Now what else is there? So another one is the last one. So Sarva is done, all are gurus. For Anta is Guru, Madhya is Guru, Adi is Guru. Then another one, Ganash Chatur Laghu Petaha. So all four are Laghu. There is one more such, which is called Sarva Laghu. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4. Pancharyadishu Samsthitaha. So in Arya and other chandas, you will find these kind of ganas, these five kind of ganas in Arya Dishu, Arya, etc. Samsthitaha. They are present in such other chandas. So that is what this particular verse is saying. Uh, this I have already said, by the way. So sanuswaro visarganto dirgho yukta parashayah vapadante tvasau vakrau yeyonyo matriko rjuh. So we have already said Sanskrit notation is, by the way, Guruhu Vakro Bhavati. For Guru we give this notation Vakra, and Riju notation we give for Laghu. This is the notation Riju. So Lri and Riju. So Rikara or Laghu gets the. So this is how this is getting, by the way. So La with the halanta and Riju. So this Laghu is getting the Riju notation, the straight notation, Rijuhu. This is becoming Rijuhu, and you get Actually, I shouldn't be writing this, by the way. So there is a problem here if I say this thing. This Lirikara is an independent thing we consider, so we can just write it as. So this is wrong. I should not have written this. This is just Liriju. Uh, so it gets a nice. Uh, this is wrong, by the way. What I wrote. Ignore this. This is the wrong way of looking at it. But the idea is that Lakara gets Riju or the straight sign. And yeah, other things I've already discussed. So if Visarga is there before the after the Laghu Varna, then it becomes Guru and so on. Dirgha, we know what is Dirgha. So Dirgha Varnas are anyway Gurus and so on and so forth. I've already discussed this part. So yes, uh, we'll still revisit this particular verse at least, and then we will move on to uh, the other verses. So, yeah. So, with this, we end today's session, and as usual, we will close with the Mangala Charana. The Mangala Charana is here. So, try to memorize it. The idea is that you should remember the Mangala Charana by heart, so that you just do it whenever you study this Grantha, even at home. So, Sukha Santana Siddhyartham Natva Brahmachyutarchitam Gauri Vinayakopetam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.